All right. A lot of people told me to speak about the Anunnaki. Look, the Anunnaki should never be taught to you as a spooky subject, because everything that you are seeking to know and everything that you are seeking to learn should always point back to you, and you are not spooky. So if someone teaches you in a way where you cannot point these things back to yourself, then they are just upgraded preachers and hustlers of the people's minds. Now, the Anunnaki is not a group of beings nor entities that is living out somewhere in space or in the universe. We have to stop going from one religion, jumping into another form of religion, dealing with spookism. You see, my father once said to me, if you cannot see past the illusion of a thing and to its reality, then even as a teacher, you yourself can be a sheep fooling yourself into a direction to be slaughtered. I'm going to say that again. He said to me, if you cannot see past the illusion of a thing and to its reality, then even as a teacher, you yourself can be a sheep fooling yourself into a direction to be slaughtered. The Anunnaki does not exist as some alien or entities sitting in the sky with Jesus and Allah and Osiris. I mean, let's get serious. Everything that you come across has to be decoded in its rightful image of understanding. And what you are looking at when you see the Anunnaki is a form of energy that we all take on through different planetary shifts or retrogrades to become aware of things that have been hidden inside of us all. What do I mean by this? There is consciousness in your DNA that can only be awakened by a certain type of energy and what we call the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki is a very important energy that is a teacher living in us all. And I'm going to give you the image of this teacher or extraterrestrial energy using numerology, or what we call numbers. Now, in the word Anunnaki, you have A-N-N-U-N-A-K-I. A is 1, N is 14, N is 14 again, U is 21, N is 14, A is 1, K is 11, and I is 9. So we have 114141. Now, excuse me, we have 114142. 1141119. And when you add these numbers up, you get the number 31. We have 31 body systems, and each one of these systems act as a planet which goes into retrograde when we become 31. So the physical body becomes an adult at 21, and your spiritual body, which is your mind and all the DNA with your past, present, and future memory, becomes an adult or awakens at the age of 31. These 31 systems is broken down and divided within the nervous system, digestive, respiratory, circulatory, and etc. You see, we love to talk about our ancestors, but the ancestors never tried to get an understanding or understanding of intelligence or knowledge through a literal scope. Never. They had a formula that they used, and one was nature, one was what we call numbers, and another was studying energy in all forms, whether it is energy in the form of people or energy in the form of what we call dreaming today. The energy of dreaming was the tool that they used to awaken the consciousness in their DNA, which they understood to be a computer that held downloads of themselves that they can utilize to go in and out of certain time zones. No, I'm not talking about east, west, north, and south time zones. I'm talking about different dimensions where they understood that they existed in different forms as other people, animals, and intelligence. Open your third eye. The Anunnaki is a common energy that abducts the body into spiritual adulthood at the age of 31. And if you are on the right frequency, where you are not connected with stressful individuals or being manipulated by military satellites, you will be able to produce and awaken intelligence in your DNA and also experience a theater of lifetimes where you are currently living. This is why when you dream, you experience events of seeing people that you know, such as your mother, father, or friend. But little do you know is that these people are existing in parallel universes, and they have never known you. You see, I've had dreams where I saw my mother and tried to communicate with her, but she didn't seem to know me. This is because where she is existing in the life where I'm dreaming about her, she never met me. This is a little deep for most, but the Anunnaki energy is basically the energy of dreams living in our DNA, causing us to become more mature. When these 31 systems of the body becomes mature because of the Anunnaki, that's when the spiritual body, which is the mind, can take flight. Study the 31 systems of the body.